What's up guys, my name is Brandon and this is crazy. So Apple themselves leaked what is expected to be the iPhone 8 or the iPhone edition, and it's gonna look like the image you see on the screen right now. Now the way this leaked is pretty awesome. So last week Apple released the firmware for the upcoming HomePod speaker, which of course will launch in December. And since the HomePod is gonna be running an altered version of iOS, most advanced iOS developers are gonna be able to dissect the code and find some interesting details within this firmware. And of course, that's exactly what happened. Now, one iOS developer not only found out important information about the HomePod itself, but also references and details about the next iPhone. Now, the biggest finding from all of this digging into the code is what you see on the screen right now, which is a small glyph image of what appears to be the next iPhone. And the code name for the iPhone 8 in this firmware is D22. And as you can see, the glyph image represents D22, and it has the full frontal display with the small cutout at the top for the earpiece and whatever sensors are going to be up there. And digging even further into the code, it appears that the iPhone 8 is going to have a 3x resolution screen at 2436 by 1125 pixels, and these numbers convert to about 521 pixels per inch, which is a lot more than the iPhone 7 Plus, which of course has the 1920 by 1080 screen with only 401 pixels per inch. Now, if we do in fact get the touch bar on the next iPhone, the active display area and the bottom area are going to combine for a total of 5.8 inches diagonally at 2800 by 1242 pixels. So that's going to make for a 19 by 5 by 9 aspect ratio. Now this means that the iPhone 8 is going to have a taller display, but it's not going to be able to fit the same amount of information and data on the screen as the iPhone 7 Plus can. So of course this is major news for the next iPhone, and it's great to see that the iPhone's finally going to have a screen with more than 500 pixels per inch. However, if you do have a plus size model iPhone right now, like the iPhone 7 Plus, you may not like going down in size for the next iPhone, so you may want to look at the 7S Plus, or you may not mind about the smaller screen, but it's going to be kind of weird going from a Plus model down a little bit in size. Now I have no clue why all of this information was included in the early firmware release, because obviously Apple should know by now that people are going to find out things like this. So I have no clue why it was included, but somebody at Apple is going to be getting an earful about it, I'm sure. Unless of course Apple did this on purpose to either keep the iPhone 8 hype at crazy high levels or just to troll the world. But I don't think they're trolling. I think that this is actually going to be exactly what the iPhone 8 or whatever it's going to be, the iPhone edition, I think this is exactly what it's going to look like. But of course it is just a glyph image, so you don't really see all the details like the home button and things like that. You just basically see the screen with the little top section there. Now speaking of that design, this whole design isn't anything new. We've seen a lot of leaked images lately that have pretty much mirrored exactly what this glyph image shows. The full frontal display with that small cutout at the top, and of course the rumored 5.8 inch screen. However, now that the information comes straight from the code embedded into the HomePod firmware, it's a lot more exciting and legitimate, since of course it does come from Apple themselves. Now this HomePod firmware also includes multiple references to infrared face detection, which means that we're most likely going to be seeing facial recognition as a feature in the iPhone 8 and a way to unlock, probably the main way to unlock the iPhone 8. And this technology is rumored to be called Face ID, which would make sense since the fingerprint scanning technology and feature currently is called Touch ID. Now I really hope that Touch ID is included with the next iPhone, hopefully under the screen. I really want Touch ID to be included under the screen so we don't have a button, kind of like the Samsung Galaxy S8, but if not, that's going to be pretty disappointing, but I would understand and we would still have the facial recognition. But anyways guys, that is the latest major leak for the iPhone 8, and again, it comes straight from Apple themselves, which is both amazing and ironic at the same time. And of course, we can expect a lot more leaks and a lot more information to come out as we get closer to a release in the fourth quarter later on this year. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure to leave a comment down below with what you think about the iPhone 8, these new leaks about the iPhone 8 findings. Let me know what you think about those in the comments section down below. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.